Do you value people and experiences more than you value things? Does success to you mean real happiness and purpose in life, rather than having a certain collection of expensive items? Do all or most of the physical things in your life have a specific purpose or meaning to you? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you may be a minimalist and you didn't even know it. Congratulations! Tiny living and minimalism go hand in hand. They're both mindsets that are very similar, if not exactly the same. Minimalism is not necessarily about getting rid of things. The physical decluttering of your house is only the beginning of any minimalist journey. Because it's not about how much you own, minimalism can look wildly different from person to person. So let's just take a look at some of the similarities. Minimalism is about simplifying life. Let's say you're a bus driver. At the first stop, 4 people get on. At the second stop, 8 people get on. At the third stop, 2 people get off. And at the fourth stop, everyone got off. The question is, what color are the bus driver's eyes? The answer? The same as yours. You're the bus driver, remember? Such a simple question with a really simple answer. I mean, honestly, how did I not see that the first time? The key to these trick questions is distraction. The philosophy behind minimalism is to get rid of some of the distractions in our life, whether they're physical or mental, that are stopping us from seeing the simple answers to life's questions. What really makes me happy? What's really important in my life? Minimalism is about escaping consumerism. Let's talk about cell phones, for example. Think about the phone you have now. When you first got it, it was probably the coolest thing you could ever imagine. But when the new one comes out, yours just seems so old and obsolete. Plus, there's all these new features on the new one, and who even waits 2 years to upgrade anyway? So we upgrade, even though ours probably still worked fine, but it just didn't make us happy anymore. And this continues like a vicious cycle. Think about all the phones that still work but get thrown away in this process. That generates a lot of waste, and it definitely doesn't help us move towards being a more sustainable society. This is not to make anyone feel bad for upgrading their phone early. It's just to be mindful of what we're doing and why we're doing it. Minimalists practice asking themselves, does this item add value to my life in any way? Does it help me perform a task, or does it just bring me joy? Or am I just buying for the sake of buying? To be clear, there's nothing wrong with buying things. What minimalists avoid is buying things to make us feel happy or successful, or buying things because it's what we think we're supposed to do, or just buying things without any real reason. Minimalism is about living a life of purpose. This tends to happen almost as an unintended consequence of decluttering physically and mentally. Once you get rid of all the things that you don't want or need in your life, and decide what really matters to you, it becomes more clear what path you want to follow. Adopting the mindset of a minimalist allows you to question not only what items are important to you, but what people are important. What activities could you not live without? And in avoiding excessive consumption and being mindful about purchases, many people have noticed that they save a lot of money that they can now use for things that are actually valuable to them. Donating to charities, exploring hobbies, traveling the world, and growing their passions are all things that minimalists choose to do with their extra time and money. When we prioritize our lives, the most important things and experiences always come first, and every day becomes more fulfilling. Minimalism is about choices, and the best part is that we get to choose what we want our life to look like. This is why minimalism is different for everyone, because it's a life built specifically around your own priorities. The most important thing to remember is that it isn't our things that hold our memories, or our successes, or even our happiness. They only remind us of what we already hold in our minds. And for this reason, the minimalists Joshua Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus say to love people and use things, because the opposite never works. If you're already a minimalist, we want to know what you think. Did we forget anything? What's your version of minimalism look like? If you just found out that you're a minimalist by watching this video, then welcome to the club. But you don't have to be a minimalist to like this video, or to share it with your friends, or to subscribe to our channel. So, yeah.